What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode number 18 now of the My Player Career Mode. Obviously, last episode, we transferred over to Valencia, meaning that we will be playing our football here for the foreseeable future. Hopefully, anyways, we take on Celta Vigo for the first game of today's episode, looking to pick up where we left off last episode. We scored twice in over the 3 games that we did, in fact, play. One of those was against Barcelona, the other one was against Real Madrid in the Cup, the first leg. The other one was then against Gijon, in which we scored the only 2 goals that we've scored here since moving over to Valencia. But at that moment, we are scoring 2-2 in La Liga and 2-3 overall, if you count the Cup, obviously. We take on Celta Vigo, who are actually doing very well for themselves so far in La Liga, and I'm looking forward to pick up where we left off in terms of La Liga goals. 2-2. I want to make that 3 in at least 3-3 today, if we can in fact do so. It was not going to be an easy feat though, because Celta Vigo have a very good side, and the fact that they're down up into 6th rather is a very, very good start for the Spanish club. But 17 minutes into this game, the first chance did in fact fall our way in this one. Lovely move by my teammate. The cross comes into me. I tried to win the header, but unfortunately wasn't able to do so. In the end, it comes off a defender into the path of my teammate, who strikes to make it 1-0. So 19 minutes into this game, we were already leading, and a wonderfully worked goal, I have to say. Very lucky with the fact that we tried to win our header ourselves, but unfortunately the defender did just enough to put me off. He didn't do enough to put off my teammate though, who did stroke it to make it 1-0 to Valencia earlier on in this game. So 21 minutes into it, looking to get a second for ourselves here, as a mistake was made by the Celta Vigo midfielder there. Get the ball into a good position. I asked for it played then, but unfortunately didn't get given it. I wanted it played now. I asked for it played into the middle. Take my chance very coolly there by slotting that one into the back of the net. 24 minutes into the game, making it 3 goals in 3 appearances in La Liga this season for me in a Valencia shirt. 3 goals in 4 games overall. Lovely work, team goal again though. A fantastic play by my team. In the end, it worked out that they didn't actually play it to me as early as I called for it. They went down the right hand side, cut it inside to my teammate, who actually cut it inside once more to me as I finished it off. Not the most convincing finish, but I'll take every single goal we can get here in a Valencia shirt, making it 3 in 3 La Liga goals. Very good overall record since joining here for 38.5 million. I spoke to you guys last episode saying how much a big price tag that was in terms of transfer value. I wondered if we were going to be able to live up to that, but so far with 3 goals in 3 appearances, I'm happy with how we're getting on here at Valencia. And 34 minutes in, it could have got even better for my team, as we did in fact create another chance for ourselves. And I have to say, Celta Vigo were really, really poor today, but you can see here, if my finishing was slightly better, I wouldn't have done that, and that's just tremendously poor by me to drag it that far wide. I tried to do the low driven shot into the bottom corner, which I spoke to you guys last episode about, or it might be in the a different video, but I can tell you guys right now, the low driven shots are so OP, but unfortunately there, I did manage to fire that one wide. And 52 minutes in, we end up creating another chance into the second half now. I end up losing pace here as the defender just gets enough on it. We did in fact tackle him though, and I took my strike on with my right foot. I wanted my player to back heel it there, but unfortunately he didn't do so. And Celta Vigo then got their first chance of the game, really. 66 minutes into this one. Lovely worked chance for themselves, but a good save from Diego Alves in the Valencia goal kept the score at Celta Vigo 0, Valencia 2, and I could have asked for more from my team in all honesty. They gave me a few chances during this game, so I did have chances, you know, to get my 4th goal in the Liga, but unfortunately I wasn't able to take either of the chances we've had other than the goal here so far. But maybe there's still time for us in this game. As you can see, 79 minutes in, lovely work play into me again. This time though, I tried to get it on my left foot, and for some reason I took it with my right, but a good save in the end by the keeper keeps the score at 2-0. Into the 85th minute, Celta Vigo at this point were just committing bodies forward way too far, and it just meant that we could create chances with ease. Play my teammate in here, he plays it once more around the corner, goes back into my teammate, and how on earth that's not 3-0 there by Danny Pereiro, I have no idea. That should have made it 3-0. He didn't though, and it's kept the score still at 2-0. But that wasn't the end of the chances. We did in fact win the ball back here. Lovely play by my team. I asked for the through ball to be played. I did in fact get it played. Little stop and turn there. I love that piece of skill move. It's absolutely the best skill move in the game, just to beat defenders so easily, especially computer defenders. They just don't read it at all. And we did in fact get our 4th goal in a Valencia shirt. So 3 La Liga games, 4 La Liga goals, looking very good so far for this Valencia side, and I cannot wait to see if we can get into our double figures by the end of this season. I won't be too disappointed if we don't, because obviously it's our first half of the season here at Valencia, but next season I said to you guys I want to hit at least 18 league goals. If we don't get injured, I believe that that could be a big possibility. We've already hit 4 in 3 here, so I'm fingers crossed that we will be able to do that next season, but at the moment there's still a number of games left in this season for Valencia to climb the table, and for me to get a few more goals in under my belt. But you know, 4 goals, 3 La Liga games. I'm extremely happy with how we've started our Valencia career, and I couldn't have asked for a better start from the team as well. They've performed absolutely brilliantly since I've joined. They've given me chance after chance, and I have to take chances in the big leagues nowadays. As you can see, I had 6 shots on the day. To only take 2 is a bit disappointing, actually, in terms of my goals to shots conversion rate, but The fact that we are getting more chances now is a credit to Valencia. They're creating chances for me to put in the back of the net. I'm trying my best to do so, and in fact, we did take 2 today. Hopefully, it's a sign of better things to come as well. The fact that we're playing with better players makes me think that we will be able to get a number of goals for Valencia, and I'm so happy to finally be playing with a team that I feel comfortable in, and I feel that they know how I'm going to play. You know, at Hull City, it was a bit of an annoyance because they were trying to go for the over-the-top ball and try to put it to my head, and I'm not, you know, although I'm quite tall, my heading accuracy and my jumping is not that great, so I didn't win many headers, so the fact that they continued to try and play the long ball to me just was not my play style, and the fact that Valencia get the ball on the ground and pass it around is more to my liking. So I'm very happy to finally get to a club where they know me. I know that what they're going to be doing. I know every time I get into a position, if I call for the ball, chances are the pass is going to be good enough to get through to me, and if I can finish it off, I'm looking at some decent amount of goals this season. So that was the end of that game. As you can see, did a bit of training there as we're almost an 83 rated striker, but we had a game against Real Madrid in the league here. I don't know why I did it in that accent. Yeah, anyways, as you can see, Real Madrid are actually sat top of the table. So going into this one, we have this game here. Then we take them on in the cup for the second leg pretty much straight after this. So we have 2 games in a row against Real Madrid here. And I would have liked to have won the next game, not this one, but we'll have to wait and see. We may not even win this one. But the more important out of the 2 Real Madrid games is obviously the one coming next, which is going to be that cup game, the second leg at our ground. So I'm not too bothered about this one here, although it would be nice to get a result. I'm more focused on the cup one, because if you win that one, we're through to the cup final. For the first time in my career, I'll be able to play in a cup final. So we have to wait and see how we get on a bit later on in the episode, but for now, we are taking them on in La Liga, which is now called the Liga Santander, which is a bit annoying. I don't know why it's called that. But anyways, 32 minutes into the game, I stole the ball here off of the Real Madrid defenders. Use the stop and turn again. I'm going to keep calling it that. I actually don't know what it's called. Eventually, it gets poked into my teammate, who actually makes it 1-0 here. But I thought at first, why am I not being credited the assist for it? You're going to see on the replay, I actually didn't play the pass. Although I beat the defender, he made the tackle on me, but it went through his teammate's legs and into the path, there you go, into the path of my teammate, who slid in ahead of Keylor Navas to make the score. Valencia 1, Real Madrid 0, and an absolutely wonderful start to this game has got us off to a flyer. Yes, I did beat the defender, but I can't take credit for the assist because it wasn't me. And we then went into the second half of the game, 57 minutes in, when Real Madrid were trying to get themselves back in this one. It was Gareth Bale with a free kick, I do believe. I think in the end, though, it wasn't actually Gareth Bale who takes the strike on. It comes back off of the post, and it was agonising for Real Madrid. However, from that, we then created a chance for ourselves. So as Real Madrid should have equalised up the other end, we went up the other end and actually created a chance for ourselves. I didn't win the initial header, like I've said. I'm not going to win many headers against a team like this. The ball then was played into me, and one of them with Sergio Ramos. He couldn't contain me. I played in my teammate, who made it Valencia 2, Real Madrid 0, and 60 minutes into it, this one I am going to get the assist credit for. We were leading the champions, or rather what looked like they're going to be the champions of La Liga, by 2-0. Absolutely crazy performance from my team, and me and the rest of the boys as well included. But I got 1-1 with Sergio Ramos there, and to say he's a World Cup winner as well, as much as like Piqué was, I have to say the more tough out of the 2 defenders I've played against so far was Gerard Piqué. I don't know what it was, I just couldn't get past Piqué, whereas today, Sergio Ramos didn't seem to be able to contain me as well as Piqué did. So maybe I'm just looking at this and hoping that we always don't have to play against Piqué. I'd rather take Ramos over Piqué any day. So going into this, I have to say, as you can see there, a lovely save by Alves keeps the score at 2-1. If we could win this game here, we would go into that cup game against Real Madrid pretty much straight after this one, knowing that we're just coming off the back of beating them. But at the same time, it could also work the other way, because if we beat them here, they're going to want revenge in that cup game. So I guess it works swings and roundabouts here, as Ramos does have a chance to atone for his poor defending 1-on-1 against me, as his header goes just wide of the post. The Real Madrid skipper almost equal or getting a goal back for them, which would have surely gotten them just a consolation. As you can see, we did in fact beat the leaders of La Liga by 2-0. A wonderful performance on the day by the boys and myself as well, getting myself on the assist credit board. I felt as though I should have had 2, but looking back, it was in fact the defender who actually played in my teammate for the first. We did cause Real Madrid's defence an absolute nightmare all afternoon though, so I was very happy with myself and my personal performance to get myself on the assist sheet and also get the 3 points at the end of the day. At the end of the day, like I've said numerous times in this series, although I'm a striker, yes, it would be nice to score goals, but ultimately I want to get wins and I want us to be playing in the best competitions that we possibly can be playing in. So you can see there, straight after that Real Madrid game that we had in the league, we've got them in the second leg. So coming off that 2-0 victory there, could work both ways, right? We could either go there, or they come to us rather, and we win the game again off the back of that great performance we just had, or they could come here and actually want to atone for that poor performance they've just had against us there by smashing us at home. So we'll have to wait and see how we get on at the Estadio de Mestalla. You can see here, both teams coming out. I think it's a similar side to what we actually just played against them just then a second ago. If you see there as well, Villarreal would actually decide we would be meeting in the final if we could, in fact, get there. Real Madrid were going to be no pushovers, though. Last game was probably just a one-off for them. I do believe that Ramos was actually going to be a nightmare for me in this one. Although he actually wrecked him last game, I wasn't expecting to do the same against him here. Ronaldo, obviously, in the team. Of course he's in the team. If you don't play Ronaldo, you're missing out hugely as Real Madrid boss. But you can see our team. It's pretty much a similar lineup, apart from Perez isn't in the side. Actually, it could be a weaker team to what we actually just had. I didn't actually see the last lineup that we had in the last game. You can see, though, Ronaldo back in the side today, number 7. Pepe and Ramos was lining up the two defenders. I have to say as well, Varane for me would have been a much tougher test. However, Ramos obviously very good, and Pepe is just a dirty, dirty player. I absolutely hate Pepe in real life. So coming against him here, I said to myself, if he winds me up, I'm just going to punch him in his face. But obviously I can't do that. But if I was actually playing against him in real life, Pepe is so annoying. I actually hate him. So, you know, playing against him here was going to be interesting. As you can see, Real Madrid actually started off the brighter of the two sides, rather. 39 minutes into it, Marcelo forces Alves into a save from the corner. It's whipped in by James Rodriguez, and who else but Sergio Ramos was there to meet it, to make it Valencia 0, Real Madrid 1. And I have to say as well, what a bullet header this was by Ramos. We've seen him how many times now in his Real Madrid career get important goals for them, and he's popped up yet again there to get another important goal for Real Madrid. He didn't play well last time out in the league, but he started off this one perfectly well for Real Madrid. He kept me in his back pocket for the early part of the game. Then he came here and just, you know, bullet-headed that one into the back of the net to make it Real Madrid 1, us 0. But 79 minutes into it, we did, in fact, get ourselves back on level terms. A lovely ball out wide here, too. I think it was Nani. Nani on the right-hand side. It might have actually not been Nani. I pulled off Pepe, saw the run be made. An absolutely wonderful finish by me. A beautiful goal we got in the top right corner there. I was extremely happy with this finish. Lovely work by my teammate, I have to say. It was not easy when the ball came into me. I still had a lot of work to do in order to put that ball in the back of the net. But guys, away goals do in fact count, which meant even though the score was 1-1, this game was not going to extra time. We were going out unless we could get another chance in the game, which we in fact couldn't do. So, although we got ourselves a goal today, and it was a very good goal at that, although we played well on the day, we ultimately are out, and we will not be playing in a final for the first time in my career. I'm gutted, to say the least, but I have to say, I am extremely happy with the goal I scored there. And against a tough team like Real Madrid, to score a goal of that quality, I was thrilled with myself. But the fact that we're not actually through in the competition, I'm a bit disappointed as well at the same time. So I have to say, another day, maybe the chances would have come, and maybe we'd have had a different outcome to the game there. But the fact of the matter is, we're out, and it will be Real Madrid versus Villarreal in the final. So unfortunately, you will not be seeing a cup final here for the first time in my career. Who knows? If we are part of that England team coming up in the World Cup, maybe we'll get to the World Cup final. Who knows? We don't know how it's going to come about. We don't even know if we're going to be there for the start of it. So we'll just have to wait and see. But for now, there'll be no cup final in this series, and I'm absolutely gutted with that one. But like I said, there's positives to take out this episode. The fact that we scored twice in that win earlier on against Celta Vigo. We got an assist last time out against Real Madrid in the league. Not only that, we then pulled up and got ourselves a goal in the last one. It was a wonderfully worked goal as well at that. So, I guess there's positives come out of this episode. The only negative is that we're not in that cup final, as I've said. But there's going to be numerous cup finals that we'll still be in the seasons to come. And I've still got a lot of seasons to go here in my career. But you can see I'm actually going to show you what we've got so far. So 5 goals, I do believe, in 6 games, is it? And 1 assist so far here at Valencia, which is very, very good in my opinion. I'm very happy with how we've started our career here at Valencia. 4 wins, 1 draw, and a single defeat as well. So extremely good to how we've started here at Valencia. And obviously the £38.5 million price tag, not putting too much pressure on myself, is obviously going to be something I have to do. But we are coming towards the end of this episode. If you have enjoyed, smash the like button. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I've been Danny, and I'm out. Adios.